Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 30, day 4, ah, day 3 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday, except sometimes if life gets in the way and then we kind of go into Saturday, which will be this week. Anyway, and we are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar. So, if you love positive affirmations, and I love positive affirmations, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you feel about like I do sometimes, but sometimes, things in life, things that life presents us can kind of batter us a little bit, right? We're kind of going on and we're thinking that life is going to be one way, and then boom, we get hit with something like totally out of the blue. And I know that when I have a positive affirmation, I am so much more likely to stay on my path. As my sister says, I'm so much more likely to hold my road when I have a positive affirmation or a principle. And to me, they're kind of exactly the same, but a principle that I'm following. So I love positive affirmations. So if you love positive affirmations, I think you're going to really love Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar. Okay, if you love music therapy and if you love aromatherapy and essential oils, I think you're going to love this book. You could buy it at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. All of that said, the affirmation that we are concentrating on this entire week is being happy in the moment. Finding the joy. Okay, as we're talking about finding joy in the moments, I'm going to give you a talk that was by, well, I'm not going to give you the whole talk, but I'm going to give you a little excerpt out of a talk that was given by a prophet named Gordon B. Hinckley. And he was the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Anyway, he basically said that anyone who thinks that marriage is like 100% bliss and doesn't really require any work, or that life should always be good, is going to spend a whole lot of time complaining, because life is like an old-fashioned railway journey with the jolts and the smoke like getting in your eyes. But people who have the eyes to see can look beyond all that and see the glorious vistas out there, right? And see anyway, so basically he's saying life is hard. Life is hard, and life has a whole lot of things that knock us in different ways. But if we have eyes to see, we can still enjoy the moments. And so to me, that is what being happy in the moment means. It doesn't mean that life is going to be bliss, and it doesn't mean that life isn't going to be hard, and it doesn't mean that relationships don't require a whole lot of work in order to be good. All of that is true. But we can still find joy in the beautiful things around us. We can still find joy in our teenagers helping us with technology. We can still find joy in our little ones clowning around. We can still find joy in the way that our spouses do connect with us. We can find the joy. Okay, so that's the affirmation for the entire week, and that we're working on, or that we're running with. I like the idea of running with something instead of working on something. Anyway, so the affirmation for today is, I am open to changes as they arrive. Some changes we love, right? When your spouse comes home with a bouquet of flowers for you, or says, hey, let's go out to dinner. Or, well, maybe not now, but usually, right? And some changes that we're not expecting, we immediately love. Some changes are harder for us to find the joy and the wisdom and the learning in. But we can be open to change, right? Some changes are hard. Like if any of you have ever learned, started running, that change is hard. Most people, when they start running, hate running at first. and then they grow to love running. Okay, I'm not a runner, I'm a walker. Okay, but I can see that change can be hard at times, okay, but we can be open to change. Now, the one other thing I was thinking about when thinking about being open to change is that people change, right? Like, we are all children of God, and God has every good gift. And so we all, as his children, have the ability to work super hard and develop the good gifts that he has. Maybe definitely not to the extent that he has them, because he's been working on them way longer than we have, right? But we have the ability to become better. So as we are open to the changes as they arrive, let's try to set aside judgment. Try to set aside judgment from the past. Try to set aside, oh, this person is this way, this person is that way, this person is this way. And let's just see how they're showing up and praise the good that we're seeing. I think if we can do our best, because we're human, right? Do our best to forget the bad things that people have done in the past and see how they're showing up now. It will be a blessing to ours and our lives and everyone else's lives around me. As I'm talking about the ability to change, I'm reminded of Shakespeare, a play in Shakespeare, and I think it was As You Like It, but I could be completely wrong on this. Anyway, I'll try to post the quote for you down below in the comments below, so you know exactly what play I'm talking about. So if you want to go see it, great. But the person is asked, this person in this Shakespearean play was the villain. He was a bad guy, and then he changes. And then someone is like, oh my gracious, is that the same person? And they're like, are you that person who did this in the past? And this is what he says. He says, "'Twas I, 'tis not I." Which means, yeah, that was me in the past, but that's not me now. So let's be open to changes as they arrive. Let's stop letting stop letting other people's past define who they are. And let's stop letting our pasts, we've all made mistakes in the past, right? We've all made mistakes. Let's stop letting our past define who we are today. Let's stop being shackled to our past. Let's define for ourselves and decide for ourselves how we want to show up today, and let's be open to that change. Okay. Can you tell I am loving this affirmation? Can you tell how much I am loving going through this book with you? Like, I'm so imperfect and flawed as a person, and I am changing for the better in powerful ways as I try to focus more on who I want to become. Okay, so thanks for going through this experience with me. Okay, so the affirmation again for today is, I am open to changes as they arrive. And you know me, I'd probably be saying, and I am working hard to make the changes that I want come. Okay, anyway, so the song for today is, the song for the whole entire week is What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things happening in the world. Yeah, there's a lot of scary things happening in the world. But yes, there's a lot of beauty in the world, and there's a lot of good things happening into the world. And let's notice them, and let's praise them, and let's concentrate on them. And let's make more good things happen. Okay, the diffuser blend that we're diffusing the whole week is 2 drops of fennel, which is the oil of responsibility, and 2 drops of rosemary, which is the oil of knowledge and transition. And yesterday we talked about the emotional benefits of rosemary, and today we'll be talking about some of the physical benefits of Yesterday we talked about the emotional benefits of fennel, and today we'll be talking about some of the physical benefits of fennel essential oil. Okay, so fennel essential oil. Got all my books and papers here. Okay. So, it was used by the ancient Egyptians and Romans. They awarded garlands of fennel as praise to victorious warriors because fennel was believed to bestow strength, courage, and longevity. Now, that really should have been on yesterday's shout out on the emotional benefits, but I didn't say it yesterday, so I didn't want us to lose it today. Okay, fennel. Most people know that fennel is amazing for the digestive system. Now, there's a lot of different types of digestive upset that people can get, and I'm going to tell you some of the essential oils that are recommended to use for each of them. So if a person is nauseous or wanting to throw up, ginger is really good for that. If you feel like you have like sluggish digestion, peppermint is good for that. If you want to stimulate your appetite, whether it's physical appetite or appetite for life, black pepper and dill is good for that. If you're feeling bloated, or even if you're feeling like you've maybe had some food poisoning, maybe one of the things that you want to reach for first is star anise or coriander. Now, if that doesn't work, go to the hospital or the doctors or whatever, right? Like, food poisoning isn't something that we want to fool around with. But if you have cramping, which is a digestive discomfort, fennel is really, really good to use for that. Can you grab me the fennel, hen? Thanks. Oh, I love Caleb. He's my 17-year-old. He is amazing. Okay, so if you're using fennel for digestive discomfort, you can just put a couple drops in a tablespoon of. Are you having a hard time finding it? Find me anything that has like lemon or lime or something like that. Thanks, hun. So, okay. So, you can, like I was saying, you can put a couple of drops of fennel into like a tablespoon of coconut oil, almond oil, olive oil, whatever you have at home, and just rub it on your stomach. I think you're going to love the way that feels. Now, I don't have fennel. I have fennel in my house. I've been diffusing it this week because I'm loving the blend, but can't find it right now. I don't know whether that's me. I don't know when the children took off with it, but whatever. Anyway, you can also ingest doTERRA's fennel essential oil. Now, just to let you know, a very easy way to see if it's a doTERRA essential oil that you can ingest is it will have something called the supplement facts on them. And it's going to be like the supplement facts that you have on your cereal box. Okay, and it's also going to say that you can use it internally. Okay, so that would be fennel. Now, the only essential oil that I would ever suggest digesting or putting in your water or putting in your food is doTERRA's essential oil. And why? Because they third-party test every single batch just to make sure there's nothing in that oil that shouldn't be in it. There's nothing in that oil except for whatever it says on the bottle, like just fennel or peppermint or clove or whatever it is. Okay, fennel. Remember how fennel was used for cramping? Well, it's also very good for menstrual cramps. So if you're having troubles with those, try fennel. Now, what works for one person, it won't work for everyone, but it might work for you. And those can be really painful. So try fennel essential oil. Just put a couple of drops into like a tablespoon of essential oil and put it on. See what you think. Okay. For that reason, it's often found in PMS blends. So it's very, very good to put on wounds, because it can help prevent infection and it can help speed up the healing of wounds. Now, There was a study that said that. And oh, my favorite place. I have two favorite places I love to go to look for studies on essential oils. One is aromaticscience.com, and I love it because you can, if you're searching about fennel essential oil, it will pull up like, studies from around the world on essential oil. Or you could search it by body system, like if I wanted to search the respiratory system. Or I can search it by ailment, like if I wanted to say, I don't know, menstrual cramps or something like that, then I can search it that way. Okay. Fennel can also help. It can be very balancing to their hormones, which can be something that both men and women suffer from imbalanced hormones. And fennel is great to use with children who seem like they're just colicky. And there are some studies that show how great fennel is to use in that circumstance. It's very high in antioxidants. It can also help with just like constipation or gas or bloating. And it's very, very good for people who suffer with chronic gas issues. Fennel can help stave off hunger. Fennel is also very supportive for mothers who are breastfeeding, and it can be very supportive of a healthy and good milk supply. So historically, fennel has been used to help with people who have lung infections. And there are also, it's also been known to be very, very supportive of good bone health. So if you're getting up in your ears and you're a little bit afraid of, of maintaining strong bones, fennel is something that can help. Now, I did talk to you about fennel and how it can be used for colic. Go to Aromatic Science. See the study that was done on that from the Journal of Alternative Therapies in Health Medicine from 2003, and on how they did a randomized placebo-controlled study, and fennel was found to be very, very effective for colic. And well, I just have so many of these studies right here that are just talking about the importance of fennel and the different ways that you can use it. The one that I'm going to mention was a study done in 2018, and it's from the study of Molecular Medicine Reports, and is talking about acute lung injury and how fennel can help. The study starts off saying that fennel is commonly used in traditional Chinese medicine, and it has and traditionally the Chinese medicine uses it for many uses, one of which is respiratory use. So they did a study on lung damage and damaging some lungs, and then I'm trying to see what they damaged the lungs of mice. Sometimes it's rats, but sometimes mice. Anyway, they damaged the lungs of mice, and then they gave them some fennel essential oil, and they found that fennel was very, very protective and healing to lungs. And the study ends saying, therefore, this medicinal herb may support a healing effect on diseases of inflammation. Anyway, I just wanted to talk, and there's so many other studies in there. Like, there was probably like 80 studies from all around the world on fennel essential oil. Fennel is amazing. Oh, one thing that I found on fennel essential oil, and I don't think I had it, and this was a study done on mice as well, but and it was done on mice that somehow they had Alzheimer's disease. I don't know how you give Alzheimer's disease to mice. Anyway, oh, I'm sorry, it's not mice, it's rats. I don't know how you give Alzheimer's disease to rats. But basically what they found is that with fennel essential oil, the rats seemed to be less anxious and less depressed. Now again, I don't know how you can tell if a rat is anxious or depressed, but obviously these scientists are working with some type of model that they can. And so fennel essential oil is very, very protective. We talked yesterday about how it has an affinity to the liver. I found studies today that were showing how it's very, very protective to the liver. It's so protective to so many of our body systems. So fennel, it smells amazing, but it does so much for us physically too. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to say about fennel today. Just reminding you that the diffuser blend that we're diffusing is 2 drops of fennel, which is the oil of responsibility, and 2 drops of rosemary, which is the oil of knowledge and transition. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the emotional benefits of rosemary. I think you're going to love them. I'm reminding you that reminding us all that the song for this week is What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. The affirmation for today is, I am open to changes as they arrive. I'm open. I'm forgiving of the past. I'm open to changes now. And I am happy. I am being happy in the moment is the affirmation for the entire week. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life, reminding us all that we have the power with God.
Play the whole on my house.
Can't go to anyone's house right now. I'm so sorry. Anyway, don't you just vote for the children who want to go play. Anyway, I'm reminding us all that we do have the power with God to make it a great day. Bye-bye.